Hey guys, what's up? This is Arthurian, and today I wanted to talk about Nostalrius 2.0, which is opening in like 2 to 3 days, depends on when you're watching this and when it's going to be uploading. And the entire thing about being anti-Blizzard and pro-Nostalrius and all that kind of stuff, because it's kind of getting to the point where it's annoying me. So let's talk about it. Because I've been having some really good conversations about this with other people. So, the first thing is that I mentioned it once on my stream. I was like, oh, I actually might. I'm thinking about it to play on Nostalrius. I'm actually thinking about it. And people said, oh, if you do that, you're anti-Blizzard. It's illegal, yada yada. I was like, fuck no, that's not what I am. Here's the thing. A lot of people playing WoW right now did not play vanilla. I think the majority did not play vanilla. That's fine. That's fine. It's absolutely fine. Don't worry. I'm not hating on you. Absolutely not. And of course, an MMO has to change with its time, and game needs to develop with its time and with its with the new customers and all kind of stuff. Here's the thing: Witcher 3, one of the best RPG games there is right now. Absolutely gorgeous game. Absolutely amazing to play. I've played it. It's really great. But there are still people who prefer The Witcher 1 or The Witcher 2. That doesn't make them less of a man, or less of a gamer, or less of an RPG player, or whatever the hell you want. It just means that they have a different taste than you, and that's fine. Otherwise, this would be a very boring world. So take that in consideration. Here's the thing. I just want to compare things really quick. I want to make this video as short as possible. Legion. My problem with Legion right now is my problem. Okay, my problem is that like. I log him into my main. What can I do? I can do 4 world quests. Fuck that, because I maxed out my weapon. I'm working on the last talent that is taking up with like 5, 10, 15, 20%. That's the one. And I'm not gonna do 4 world quests every day because I've done them 1,000 times now. I'm totally sick of the world quests, doing the same quest over and over again, because it's just boring. It's boring to do the same stuff the entire time. Step 1. Step 2 is like the dungeon system. We have dungeons in Legion on normal, heroic, mythic 0 and mythic plus. I cleared up to mythic 10 right now. Mythic plus 10 is the highest I cleared. It's still the same environment. Same with the raids. You have Emerald Nightmare and Trials of Valor. They're both good raids. They're not the best Blizzard has ever produced. There are way better raids out there. But it's like Emerald Night. Here you have Emerald Nightmare. Go clear them. Looking for raid, normal, heroic and mythic. Looking for Raid, normal and heroic are practically the same. With Looking for Raid is just being big bags of HP, which is no thinking of at all. And normal and heroic are the same, except on heroic shit hits harder than normal. And then on mythic, finally there's an extra layer of tactics, which makes it interesting. But that's the only thing that's kind of like there's a difference between heroic and mythic. There is the difference. But overall, it's still the same environment. And now we have Trials of Valor, 3-man raid, nothing wrong with that. But again, looking for raid, normal, hero, mythic. I'm still in the same environment. Here's the thing, what I get is why people would go back to Nostalrius, and the reason I would go back to Nostalrius. First of all, the thing from vanilla is like, right now you can rush to 110. If you go die hard leveling, how long would it take you to make 110? About a week? Maybe 2 weeks tops you would be 110. Seriously, if you put in the effort, no problem. Here's the thing though. If you go to vanilla, back in the day in vanilla, it would take some people, depending on how much time you have had to play the game, up between 3 to 6 months to get to level 60. Right now, if you level, you would go to like, start in Elven Forest, do maybe a little bit of Westfall, get into dungeons, and then you can actually grind out dungeons, and you will skip a lot of zones. In vanilla, to get to level 20, you would go, as a human, you would go Elven Forest, Westfall, Red Ridge Mountains, and then Duskwood, and then you were level 20. At the end of Duskwood, if you were lucky, you would be level 20. You had to complete 4 zones. You guys are not seeing Red Ridge Mountains. You guys are not seeing the Hinterlands. You guys never leveled in South Shore. You guys, that's all stuff you guys are missing. And I can tell you from personal experience, because I played in vanilla, those were great zones with great storylines. And it was such a nice journey. And then, when you finally hit level 60, you would have done most of Eastern Kingdoms. And you would have done quite a bit of zones in Calendar as well. You would have traveled quite a lot of zones. And you would travel all over the map. And have done so many quests, and you would be, I'm 60. That by itself, to have a level 60 character, was quite an achievement. People were actually like, wow, you actually did it. You hang in there, good for you. And then you would get into dungeons, which were quite hard, which was not like, oh, rush through the dungeons. No, you would be like, as a mage, I was playing a mage. I was one who pulled. If you had 5 mobs standing in front of you, it would be like, if you go with, let's say, rogue, hunter, mage, warrior, and healer, it would be like, rogue is stepping one, and I would sheep one, the tank would mark it up. And then the target, when I sheep, the other 3 mobs would come, the tank would pick them up. And then we need to kill them before the sap came loose. Otherwise, because you couldn't resap, usually. You could do though, but you wanted to clear those mobs before you had to resap, and then you would clear the sap and the sheep target. So before a sheep, I needed to watch the surroundings, be like, is there a patrol coming by? No, because if you pulled a patrol with another 4 mobs, you would wipe. So you would be looking like, is there a patrol? No. And the other mobs? No. Okay, sheep now, group is coming. Kill them, kill the other 2 CC targets, move on to the next pack. You would take your time for the dungeons. Dungeons would take time. And then you would get into raiding. Like, am I missing Molten Core of 40 man? Hell no. But after Molten Core, there was like Blackwing Lair. If you cleared Molten Cores, then you would go to Blackwing Lair. Entire new raid, new storyline in that raid, new environment. And after that we had Onyxia and Zul Group. And after that we had Anchorage. And after that we had Nostalrius. You would change surroundings, you would change environment, and there was always a next challenge. The journey would never end. You were never ever done in Vanilla WoW. Because only 2% of the entire player base ever have seen Next Rammus. Ever. And so a lot of people didn't even finish the journey until the Burning Crusade comes out. And the other thing I can understand is, like, if you bring a bunch of warlocks and mages, you would have the warlocks spec into their DPS spec, except for one warlock who would spec into like Curse of Elements. Curse of Elements would increase frost and shadow damage. So if a warlock did really good DPS in Molten Core, that was because there was a support warlock there. There was also most mages would go Arcane Frost. There was always one mage who had to sacrifice his DPS because he would pick out a debuff, he would pick out a talent. I forgot his name, but that would debuff the and would debuff the boss, so that the other mages and warlocks would do more damage. So there were people sacrificing their DPS, their DPS talents, so that other people can do more damage. And the same was for tanking and for healing and all that kind of shit. That was going on. You would bring like 1 or 2 enhancement shemmies just to debuff the boss, so that those enhancement shemmies weren't good, and the DPS weren't good, but they would make sure that it was better for the other DPSs. So there was a big sense of camaraderie. If there was a warlock doing really good, he would know that he knew that he would never have done this good if he did not have that supporting warlock and that supporting mage in his team. It was thanks to those guys and thanks to the other raid members that he is doing so good on the DPS list. So there's a really big sense of camaraderie in a raid when you kill a boss, because everybody did their part and everybody did something to help that victory. Other than just going from like, oh, I need to be top DPS. No, you can be top DPS. This is because of these guys over there. That enhancement shemmy, that mage, that warlock, that debuffed the boss, so that you did not have to switch talents, so that you could do your max DPS. So there was always, I was usually the mage who was playing support because I didn't mind. But I always got the thanks from the other guy, from the mages, and if we were going there, you spec'd in that talent. I was like, yeah, okay, thanks man. And after raid and after a kill, support guys usually got a little tap on the shoulder like, well done sir, thank you. So those are things, the journey, the leveling. I would love to go back to Nostalrius and level through all the old zones. And I would love to see Red Ridge Mountains and the Hinterlands and have those zones valid again with their great quest lines and things, and see the world like it was back then. To go through that journey and there was more working together instead of going the rush through dungeons and nobody sheeping us is seeing anymore and all that. You needed to communicate back in the days, what brought people closer to each other, have more team feeling, more camaraderie, and you needed other people. So people were, and that brought a bond. We're playing this game together, and we need to work together, and that's why people want to go back to Nostalrius, and that's something I really, really do understand and do get. That doesn't mean they're anti-Legion or anti-Blizzard. The only problem is like Nostalrius is illegal. But for me, if I look at what Legion offers me and what Nostalrius 2.0 is offering me, I'm really thinking to go back to Nostalrius 2.0 because there's just way more to do. There's just way more progression, and just to level my mates from 1 to 60 would be just amazing. I really can't describe how much fun that would be for me. So I'm definitely going to play it in my free time. I might stream it on YouTube, on this YouTube channel. So if you guys want to see me level, then let me know in the comments down below. Don't hate on it. Stop with the hate. People just have different tastes. Accept that. Stop with the war between retail and Nostalrius. It's all good. We all like different stuff. There are people, Witcher 3 is out, and there are still people playing Witcher 1 and 2. Doesn't make them bad. Gamers are bad. RPG players. Just different tastes. It's all good, guys. Play whatever you like. That's important. Be the person who you want to be. That's important in life. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Goodbye, guys.